Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Eagles going up against the Redskins. With that, let's call in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, with this opening week matchup.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. This is the first carry for Rob Kelly, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down, here's Smith. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Leading them is their second-year quarterback, also the number 2 overall pick a season ago, Carson Wentz.
Many wondered if the Eagles gave up way too much to get the number 2 pick from Cleveland in order to draft Carson Wentz. But after his freshman campaign in the NFL, I think people believe they see positive signs from a big, strong-arm guy, an intelligent guy, and a really competitive player.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Again with Ajayi. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. Here is the punter Jones as he gets this one away. Now it's Crowder. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Get a look at the Washington Redskins as they come out on offense. And this is a crew that's hoping to make some noise in the NFC East, coming off back-to-back winning seasons for the first time since 96-97. So they are trending upward.
Yes, they are, and Kirk Cousins is leading them on offense. He's the guy that people continue to question. Yet every year he puts up big-time numbers. Able to fling it around. They're able to run it well. I love their offensive scheme. But I do know that they wanted to get better on defense, and they went to the University of Alabama, their first 2 picks, in order to try and get that done. Jonathan Allen, defensive lineman. Ryan Anderson, outside linebacker. They need both of them to play well if they want to chase down the teams in front of them in the NFC East.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man,
looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Washington, Sidney Jones. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. He'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down now after the incompletion. From midfield, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still third down.
So a costly penalty and now a tougher third down situation. Working from the gun, Wentz. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Matt Ioannidis in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The drive starts with Rob Kelly. Oh, now he bowls him over. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Rob Kelly was the #3 rookie runner in the NFL in 2016 behind Ezekiel Elliott and Jordan Howard. What a nice start for him.
Seemingly out of nowhere because he was undrafted, and I think ready to put his imprint on this Redskin franchise.
One reason, he can do everything. Run it with power inside, catch the ball out of the backfield, and also pass protects really well for his quarterbacks. But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good time.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vinny Curry able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he couldn't hit. Hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Tressway now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense heading out now, a team with big hopes in 2017, but a franchise that's been in neutral for a while now. You have to go back to January of 09 for their last playoff win, and I don't think getting there, Charles, is going to be easy in the NFC East.
What a great starting point. A franchise-level quarterback in Carson Wentz going into his second season. Defense continues to improve, and they drafted Derek Barnett, a defensive end out of Tennessee, who they'll play at D-end, outside linebacker, but mainly DPR, designated pass rusher. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
So 1 quarter in the books on NFL Kickoff. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Throwing now is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
And Davis with it left side. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller. Because that has happened, you lean on it.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. Rob Kelly, 30 yards. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Jay Ajayi works his way back onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him. When things have changed a little bit, they have to make an adjustment.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Zach Brown coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wentz now to throw. Ertz has it left side. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now Wentz. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Donnie Jones now. He's been terrific so far. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There's Rob Kelly now as he and the offense head back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. He was a second-round pick. Many scouts thought he could have gone higher than that.
And I was one of them. Even though I don't scout for any particular team, I had a first-round grade on him. And frankly, I'm surprised he lasted to the second round. They got a steal with this player.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to him right away because they have the matchup advantage.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. Smith, this will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. Alshon Jeffrey working his way back out there now to help lead this offense. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on it. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. Now Wentz throwing on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now Wentz. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Touchdown, Philadelphia! A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. There the Eagles are back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yep.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. There's Rob Kelly now as he and the offense head back out. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it. I don't think there's any question that Jordan Reed is as athletic as any tight end in the league. All right, I don't think there's any debate about that. The hard part is just him being able to be healthy.
And when he's on the field, though, boy, does he take them to another level, doesn't he?
He certainly does. Changes the game for them because they can use him in so many different spots and create mismatches against the defense.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. A deep ball for Dotson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Wentz now on first down. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And now a first down following that long gain. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. On play action, it's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. First down, Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, In this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
The final shot before half for Wentz. And he rifles one incomplete. So we've reached halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Play action. Now Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Wentz now on first down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. Wentz finding his new weapon, Jeffrey, for an Eagle first down. Alshon Jeffrey, so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here's Ajayi. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. They run with Ajayi. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Brown in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And Selleck here, left side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the kick by Elliott is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz from 3 yards out. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful. And it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They had the lead at intermission, not by much, but they had it, just lost it. Now they're looking to regain it.
And they don't have to get it back in one fell swoop. That's the beauty of this. Still plenty of time left to play. Just because they lost the lead doesn't mean they can't get it back. Run their offense, run the things that they believe work well for them, and they've still got a chance to win this game.
Still plenty of time. We'll see how they handle it. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Third and long, it's Smith. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Getting set for the next drive, the tight end, Zach Ertz. And this is how the game has trended for him numbers-wise. He's really picked it up, and I got to be honest, I don't know schematically. This is where I need you. What does the defense need to do to get back to that start that they had on him?
You've got to harass him early in his route. Right off the line of scrimmage, someone needs to be there. So it's not what we call a free release where he just gets into the route so easily. Because once he builds up momentum and speed, forget it, you're done. Knock him off of that, chip away at his timing, and then make sure you have a second person there in the vicinity as well. Too big and too strong usually for one person to handle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, here's Wentz. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. On play action, Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. On the NFL scoreboard, fourth quarter now at Soldier Field. And the Falcons sort of opening things up there. A win would be their first of the young season. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. It's brought in by Dodson. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. He'll look to throw. And he's got some space here. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Back to throw. And this is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
He's back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Kellen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Back to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Smith. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Smith now to throw. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you...
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The final score now coming from Nashville. The Raiders have widened their lead even further. A win would be their first of the young season. Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. And this is a spot where you can learn a lot about a young quarterback.
And that's why they brought him into the organization. Because you don't just bring them in strictly for their talent. You think that they have that something special in them that will allow them to function in these types of situations. Now it's time for them to be clinical and not emotional. You know your play sequence. You know what has to get done. Get the ball to the right people, get out of bounds, and get it downfield and try and score.
And he's trying to earn his stripes here for a winning drive. Wentz to throw. They'll roll him out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Throwing is Wentz. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now Wentz. And this This is Ertz with it, right side. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all comes down to a rookie kicker, Jake Elliott. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick here is good. They're all through up in Detroit, and it was the Lions who emerged victorious in that one. Amir Abdullah moving ever so close to a 100-yard game. He is at 97 right now. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game.